Gilgamesh, Tablet 3, translation by Benjamin Foster. The elders spoke to him, saying to Gilgamesh, "Come back to Uruk's haven. Trust not, Gilgamesh, in your strength alone. Let your eyes see all. Make your blow strike home. He who goes in front saves his companion. He who knows the path protects his friend. Let Enkidu walk before you. He knows the way to the forest of cedars. He has seen battle, been exposed to combat. Enkidu will protect his friend, safeguard his companion. Let him return to be a grave husband. We in our assembly entrust the king to you. On your return, entrust the king again to us." Gilgamesh made ready to speak, saying to Enkidu, "Come, my friend, let's go to the sublime temple, to go before Ninsun, the great queen. Ninsun the wise, who is versed in all knowledge, will send us on our way with good advice." Clasping each other hand in hand, Gilgamesh and Enkidu went to the sublime temple, to go before Ninsun, the great queen. Gilgamesh came forward and entered before her. "O Ninsun, I have taken on a noble quest. I travel a distant road to where Humbaba is, to face a battle unknown, to mount a campaign unknown. Give me your blessing, that I may go on my journey, that I may indeed see your face safely again, that I may indeed re-enter joyfully the gate of ramparted Uruk, that I may indeed return to hold the festival of the new year, that I may indeed celebrate the festival for the new year twice over. May that festival be held in my presence, the fanfare sound. May their drums resound before you." Ninsun, the wild cow, heard them out with sadness, the speeches of Gilgamesh her son and Enkidu. Ninsun entered the bathhouse 7 times. She bathed herself in water with tamarisk and soapwort. She put on a garment as beseemed her body. She put on an ornament as beseemed her breast. And donned her tiara. Harlots, the ground, the text is broken here. She climbed the stairs, mounted the roof terrace. She set up an incense offering to Shamash. She made the offering. To Shamash she raised her hands in prayer. "Why did you endow my son Enkidu with a restless heart? Now you have moved him to travel a distant road to where Humbaba is, to face battle unknown, to mount an expedition unknown, until he goes and returns, until he reaches the forest of cedars, until he has slain fierce Humbaba, and wipes out from the land the evil thing you hate. In the day when you traverse the sky, may Aya, your bride, not fear to remind you, and trust him to the watchman of the night." Then there's a bit of a gap, with Ninsun continuing to the sun god Shamash. "O Shamash, you for the beasts of the steppe. O Shamash, you opened for the beasts of the steppe. You came out for the land to... The mountains glow, the heavens brighten, the beasts of the steppe behold your fierce radiance. At your sun's rising assembles. The great gods stand in attendance upon your glow. May Aya, your bride, not fear to remind you, entrust him to the watchman of the night." And then the already damaged text breaks again, resuming. "While Gilgamesh journeys to the forest of cedars, may the days be long, may the nights be short, may his loins be girded, his arms strong. At night let him make a camp for sleeping, let him make a shelter to fall asleep in. May Aya, your bride, not fear to remind you, when Gilgamesh, Enkidu, and Humbaba meet, raise up for your sake, O Shamash, great winds against Humbaba. South wind, north wind, east wind, west wind, moaning wind, blasting wind, lashing wind, contrary wind, dust storm, demon wind, freezing wind, storm wind, whirlwind. Raise up 13 winds to blot out Humbaba's face, so he cannot charge forward, cannot retreat. Then let Gilgamesh's weapons defeat Humbaba. As soon as your own radiance flares forth, at that very moment heed the man who reveres you. May your swift mules, a comfortable seat, a bed is laid for you. May the gods, your brethren, serve you your favorite foods. May Aya, the great bride, dab your face with the fringe of her spotless garment." Ninsun, the wild cow, made a second plea to Shamash. "O Shamash, will not Gamesh the gods for you? Will he not share heaven with you? Will he not share tiara and scepter with the moon? Will he not act in wisdom with Ea in the depths? Will he not rule the human race with Ernina? Ernina is another name for the goddess Ishtar. Will he not dwell with Ningishazad in the land of no return? Then follows another gap, resuming with Ninsun inducting Enkidu into the staff of her temple. After Ninsun, the wild cow, had made her plea, Ninsun, the wild cow, knowing and wise, who understands everything, she extinguished the incense. She came down from the roof terrace. She summoned Enkidu to impart her message. Mighty Enkidu, though you are no issue of my womb, your little ones shall be among the devotees of Gilgamesh, the priestesses, votaries, cult women of the temple. She placed a token around Enkidu's neck. As the priestesses take in a foundling, and the daughters of the gods bring up an adopted child, I herewith take Enkidu, whom as my adopted son, Enkidu, for may Gilgamesh treat him well. And then there's another gap. While you journey to the forest of cedars, may the days be long, may the nights be short, may your loins be girded, your arms strong. At night make a camp for sleeping, let watch over until he has gone and returned, until he has reached the forest of cedars. The text breaks again, resuming. Gilgamesh knelt before Shamash. The speech he made, I am going, O Shamash, with my hands raised in prayer. Afar off, may my life be safe. Return me in safety to ramparted Uruk. Place your protection upon me. Gilgamesh summoned the diviners, his oracle, to the temple. Tears poured down Gilgamesh's face. My God, the road and his ways, my God, I do not know. If I come out safely, I will, you to your heart's content. I will build a house for your delight. I will seat you on thrones. Quite a large chunk of the text is missing now. It resumes. The young men should not form a crowd in the street, judge the lawsuit of the weak, call the strong to account, while in a trice we attain our desire and set up our at Humbaba's gate. His dignitaries stood by, wishing him well. In a crowd, the young men of Uruk ran along behind him, while his dignitaries made obeisance to him. Come back safely to Uruk's haven. Trust not Gilgamesh in your strength alone. Let your eyes see all. Make your blow strike home. He who goes in front saves his companion. He who knows the path protects his friend. Let Enkidu walk before you. He knows the way to the forest of cedars. He has seen battle, been exposed to combat at the mountain passes. Enkidu will protect his friend, safeguard his companion. Let him return to be a grave husband. We in our assembly entrust the king to you. On your return, entrust the king again to us. Enkidu made ready to speak, saying to Gilgamesh, Turn back, my friend. You must not make this journey. Then there's a gap, resuming with somewhat broken text. His equipment, the great daggers, the bow and the quiver in his hands, he took up his axes, his quiver, the Elamite bow. He set his dagger at his belt. The elders made way for him. The young men sent him on his way. Gilgamesh, how long till you return to the city? The elders hailed him, counseled Gilgamesh for the journey. Trust not Gilgamesh in your own strength. Let your vision be clear. Take care of yourself. Let Enkidu go ahead of you. He has seen the road, has traveled the way. He knows the ways into the forest, and all the tricks of Humbaba. He who goes first safeguards his companion. His vision is clear. He protects himself. May Shamash help you to your goal. May he disclose to you what your words propose. May he open for you a barred road. Make straight the pathway to your tread. Make straight the upland to your feet. May nightfall bring you good tidings. May Lugalbanda stand by you in your cause. In a trice accomplish what you desire. Wash your feet in the river of Humbaba whom you seek. When you stop for the night, dig a well. May there always be pure water in your water skin. You should libate cool water to Shamash, and be mindful of Lugalbanda. Enkidu made ready to speak, saying to Gilgamesh, As you insist, make the journey. Do not be afraid. Watch me, who made his dwelling in the forest, where Humbaba goes. There's a gap in broken text. Who goes with me? I will bring him safe to you in joy. Upon hearing this speech, the young men acclaimed him, Go, Gilgamesh! May your God go by your side. May he disclose to you your heart's desire. May advise you, he who knows, and on the word knows, the tablet comes to an end.